Welcome back to the Takeout. As we go forward, let's see how often scratchy voice syndrome strikes me. I've got a count of 2 so far. A new poll from Emerson College shows a tight race to fill the late Lindsey Graham's Senate seat. Congressman Ralph Norman holds a very slim lead over interim senator and Graham's sister Darline Graham. Primary, August 11th. No candidate reaches 50%. Runoff, August 25th. Earlier, I asked Norman about the race. Congressman, good to have you on the show. Brand new poll this morning shows you with 22% of likely Republican voters. That puts you in the lead. That's the flattering part of the poll. The slightly unflattering part of the poll is you're trailing undecided, which is at 25%. Size this race up for me.
Well, first of all, I'm glad to be in first place, but in politics, a day is a lifetime as much as an hour is a lifetime. The undecideds it'd be interesting how that plays out come August 11th. I'm pretty excited about the race, and it's likely going to be a runoff with the number of people in it. You're not going to get a majority, so we'll be back at the polls 2 weeks later, and so I look forward to the race and to the debates and everything that goes on in between.
Is that poll from Emerson College and Nexstar consistent with anything you've done internally?
Yes, it's actually a little higher. I don't know what their universe was, but they are a reliable poll. It's not biased in any way, both geographically and the questions they ask. So I was glad to get that this morning.
So that poll showed that 53% said the president's endorsement of Darline Graham, Senator Graham's sister, makes no impact on their vote. Do you believe that?
No, I think it did. I mean, I tried to get Donald Trump's endorsement. I think everybody would. South Carolina's a red state. It went for him overwhelmingly. And that being said, South Carolina voters will pick the next senator. They will choose and they will decide who they want to represent them for the next 6 years. And it's one that we've always held with pride. We have voter participation, and whether it is on August 11th is the challenge all of us have, because it's not your typical voting day. But I think our voters are coming out.
When Governor Henry McMaster named Darline Graham, it was perceived here in Washington, we may have gotten it wrong. As you know, Congressman, we get a lot of things wrong, but it was perceived that Darline Graham was to be a placeholder, not someone who would seek the seat for the next 6 years. Is that how you perceived it? And what do you think about her decision to go for the whole thing?
I think it's fine. I've always felt like major competition is good. She has handled herself gracefully during a difficult last 2 days, particularly with the funeral, one in Washington and one in Columbia. But look, join the crowd, and I think we'll find out what her positions are, as we will all the others. But I welcome challenges. I mean, competition is what made this country what it is, and so I welcome her into the race.
Why are you better?
I'm the only businessman with a track record legislatively that backs it up. There is a reason that Rick Scott and Mike Lee and others have endorsed me, Mark Meadows, Jim DeMint. I'm just conservative, and I tell you, it couldn't come at a better time. I mean, you've been around Washington, the gridlock that the Senate has basically been the graveyard for good bills that we passed from the House to be buried. We're going to unlock the Senate. I'm going to play a part in that, being one of 99 others. We don't have the leeway to keep doing nothing. And I asked a senator at the funeral yesterday, I said, y'all are in session? He said, yeah. I said, what are you doing? He said, nothing. That's unacceptable. Passing the SAVE Act, verifying who you are, an American citizen, having to struggle to get that is a sad day. So I want to play a part in making sure that passes.
When John Thune, the Senate Majority Leader, says there aren't the votes, not the 60 if there's a filibuster, not the 50 if it's a straight majority vote for that act, the SAVE Act, do you believe him?
Well, I think it deserves more effort than that. I know John Thune not well, But look, we ought to be doing a walking filibuster. Keep them up all night. I mean, look, this isn't some minor piece of legislation. The Democrats are a challenge that we're facing all over this country, and they want to keep it like it is because cheating is in their vocabulary. And it's the whole reason the immigration fiasco took place, where you got 20 million people that were let in here scot-free. It shouldn't work that way. I will do what I can to blow up the filibuster and to be a vocal opponent of just letting this thing sit, as so many other good bills have. But this is special because this is the viability of our republic and keeping it. And if we can't do this, I don't know what else we can do.
So you did not get President Trump's endorsement. Do you think that might change after the results of the first round are in?
You know, I don't know. That's interesting. I know he co-endorsed after Pamela Abbott, who was his first pick. He went with the ultimate winner, A.G. Wilson.
In the governor's race, yes.
The governor's race. He did the same thing in Arizona. Andy Biggs was, Freedom Caucus and was very close to President Trump. And he had endorsed his opponent and endorsed two people. So we'll see. It's up to it's his prerogative. He can do what he wishes. Of course, I would love to have gotten it outright. I've got the highest rating of supporting him of any of the members in South Carolina, and I will keep that.
Before I let you go, I want to play for you Congressman Darline Graham when she appeared on Sean Hannity's program on July 20th, talking about how she differentiates herself or might differentiate herself from her brother, Lindsey Graham, in the Senate. Let's listen to that.
I used to see him on the talk shows. I would watch him and I'd be like, Lindsey, you're just talking about national security all the time. And I understand that's important. Protecting our borders, national security, absolutely. I said, but, talk about also what matters to the average person. The price of groceries, the price of gas, health care, insurance.
Those your priorities?
Well, what she's saying is right, but now the main priority is the cancer in this country is the deficit. We're going broke, Major. I mean, we can't keep spending like we're spending. So getting the cancer, stop the spending, get the budget that begins the process of putting us on financial solvency. That hasn't happened. We're going to protect America. We're going to fund the troops, in which Lindsey did well. But now where I differ with Senator Graham is I will be a budget hawk. I'm not for endless wars, and I'm not for funding each and every project that comes along the pipe in other countries. We got to draw a line and keep America strong and keep America solvent, which is in danger right now.
Congressman Ralph Norman, I appreciate the time, sir. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.